A look across the East River. Final game here in Brooklyn today should be a great one. The Ghost Ballers and the Ball Hogs here from Barclays Center. Look at the standings. Ghost Ballers, the only remaining unbeaten. How about that? Trying to get to 3-0 with a win here tonight. And welcome back. Get going here with Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie. Ghost Ballers have never been 3-0. A win would be massive for the Iceman and his squad.
It would be a great win for Iceman and his squad. And you know what? They're led by Mike Taylor, who has just been phenomenal the whole time, whether it's his offense, his defense, his energy. And that positive energy is very contagious. And I think Ghost Ballers has done a good job all season long thus far. But you know what? Ball Hogs are going to have something to say about that. You got Meeks, and don't forget about the Brazilian Blur, who's going to come in and really try to slow them down.
Ghost Ballers, week 1 win at Chicago. Come back in that one. Then last week they come away with another win against the Aliens, but we're seeing a team coming together at the right time early in the season.
They really are. You got Chris Johnson, he's the pick that I chose in our very first season, doing a great job. Both guys, both teams, really exciting times.
Yes, you mentioned the Brazilian Blur, Leandro Barbosa for the Ball Hogs. They're 1-1. Barbosa last year, his season ending with the lower leg injury, but when he's healthy, this is what he brings back to the Big Three.
Yes, I've seen him in the weight room every single day, every time we're out here getting ready. Barbosa really works on his body. It's his outside three-point shooting, but his quickness to the basket, that layup that we've seen year after year, even when he played in Phoenix, his ability to get to the basket, he kind of goes off the opposite foot, but it's something that has been unguardable his whole career.
Barbosa with Jody Meeks, Jeff Ayers, the captains for the Ball Hogs. For the Ghost Ballers, mentioned Chris Johnson, terrific last week against the Aliens, scored 17 for the Ghost Ballers. George Gervin, the Iceman, leading the Ghost Ballers again, 4 times, Lisa, a scoring champ in the NBA with San Antonio.
And don't forget about the infamous finger roll. Iceman, you love Iceman. He's so great.
And Rick Barry on the other side, Hall of Famer, year number 6 with the Ball Hogs. A smile for now, but there is a brewing intensity under that smile. Here are the rules in the Big Three. First 50 wins it here tonight. Free throws, 1 shot for either 2, 3, or 4. And Lisa, the 4-point shot we saw one earlier, Dante Green of the Killer Threes. Let's do it. Game number 6 here tonight. Jonathan Simmons with the early finish for the Ghost Ballers.
Yeah, you have Simmons, Jonathan, who's been playing excellent this year. Really a reason for a lot of the success that Ghost Ballers has had. But didn't I just tell you that the Brazilian Blur was here on the court and was going to get to the basket just like that?
Wait, what? I didn't see it. Too quick. Taylor will shoot a free throw. So for the Ghost Ballers, Mike Taylor, Chris Johnson, Jonathan Simmons against Barbosa, Meeks, and Jeff Ayers in the middle.
And as we know, Mike Taylor will get to the basket. He loves to draw the foul. Don't let his size fool you. He's a very physical player. He has a lot of moves, ability to jump. His energy is contagious, and he'll do a really nice job of putting pressure on the guards of the Ball Hogs.
Jeff Ayers won a title with the Spurs. Being stripped by Taylor and nearly ran into our cameraman next to us.
There's Taylor, as I talked about, his quickness, his hands, his speed. You have to really hold on to that ball and know that he's always going to make an effort for it.
Meeks with a blue ball that misses. Johnson with 17 last week. For 3, rimmed down, halfway down. Johnson last week made 3 threes.
Chris Johnson can shoot the 3 balls. He said made 3 threes. His Ayers knocked down that 3-pointer. But you can see him as a 7-footer, but his ability to shoot from the outside is just as good as any guard in this league.
We have Meeks and Barbosa. Ayers making shots. That seems to be massive for the Ball Hogs as Simmons gets in the act for the Ghost Ballers. Simmons, veteran of 4 NBA seasons, makes the cut and the finish against Taylor.
And as you can see, this game is so different from the last game. Last game, very physical. This game is going to be a lot of action, ball screening, ball movement, because both these teams move so well without the ball. They'll put a lot of pressure on each other. They can go one-on-one, but you'll see quite a bit of on-ball screens, slip screens, pick the picker, which is great to see out here in the victory as well.
Jonathan Simmons with 16 last week in the win against the Aliens. Played with the Spurs, Magic, and Sixers in the NBA. Barbosa. Motions, airs with the screen. Barbosa rejects it and scores against Simmons.
That was beautiful because as he was asking for the screen to come from Ayers, it was just really a fake for him to get the defense to just anticipate that screen was coming and to go get to the basket.
Simmons on the back down, lost it. It's going to stay with Ghost Ballers, but only one on the 14.
Here Barbosa doing a great job of going underneath the defense and switching to the weak side, using the rim to really block and make that basket.
Here he is. Resets the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Johnson handling, one-legged. Meeks snuck in there. Barbosa kept it in. Ayers with the look for three.
And that's one of those shots. I would have loved to see Ayers just get that ball and take it to the basket because the defense was really out of position.
Taylor, crossover, ducks in. 9-7, Bull Hogs in the early going. Ayers, runner, good, and a foul, and flexing the muscle in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Ayers is a big guy out there. Chris Johnson is very long, but he doesn't have the body that Ayers has. And this strong play going to the basket, he uses his body, dips in, makes the contact, and nice finish off the glass for two.
Lisa Ayers from, I think, a play-by-play guy's favorite town in California, Rancho Cucamonga.
Yes, let's go California boy.
Iceman's team down 5 here in Brooklyn.
I think we can get a lot of quick shots if we get it out real fast like we did before. You got the open shots, just take them and just let's play smart. You know, no silly turnovers. Control the boards, man. Yeah, let's try to attack the basket some, all right? Perfect relief from the top of the key. 3 step back, pull up, switch cheese, got the crowd out, they see. One step close to the big rim. Once I see so close, I can trip the referee. I send it on the and one, that's 3 goals. Y'all lose, you don't think no beat. We ain't got to pay team off and ski show. You want a championship in the trap. It's rolling a trophy, I hold it up. They let us get up a little points, it's a rap. Don't shine every time, it's a open little over with. Check them up, pass them up, post move. Defense, lock them up. Ain't no better eyes up, song, fake. Shoot again, added up 24 points in the AP shot clock. Order runs in your ear, come hot on the ground. Don't start one day, it's gonna pay off. Pay off, made it from the bottom to the playoff. Playtime mode, this is big league, go. Playtime mode, this is big league, go. Playtime mode, this is big league, go. Playtime mode, this is big league. Perfect relief from the top of the key. 3 step back, pull up, switch cheese, we got the crowd out, they see. One step close to the big ring.
A good start for the Ball Hogs. And Rick Barry, Hall of Famer, is mic'd up for this one in Brooklyn.
They're big, so let's keep them off the boards. And I think we can get a lot of quick shots if we get it out real fast like we did before. You got the open shots, just take them and just let's play smart. You know, no silly turnovers. Control the boards, man. Yeah, let's try to attack the basket some, all right?
And you can see Rick Barry really telling his team to use their quickness. He's okay with them taking fast shots. because they are playing against big, hence them having a 7-0 run.
Well, the balance, all three guys with at least a field goal and an assist. And you mentioned they reeled off 7 straight, lead by 5 here against the Ghost Ballers.
Well, it's a good game plan because you know that you're undersized, but their quickness to get the rebound, to try to turn over the offense fast, could be to their advantage.
Taylor, no, but he's fouled by Meeks. Oh, they give it to Barbosa, rather. All Hogs with their 3rd already.
Here's the hard part. Mike Taylor coming to the basket, does a good job putting the pressure on the defense. Here's the problem for Ball Hogs. Fouls allow the team to get into the bonus, which then when they shoot free throws, they'll get 2 points. So we have to keep an eye on that.
Stayed in. And to your point, Taylor, Johnson, Simmons can all get to the basket for the Ghost Ballers. Pick and roll, nicely done.
That's excellent execution. Barbosa, again, coming off that screen, put so much pressure on the defense because of his ability and quickness to get to the basket.
Taylor left open for 3. Relocates. Simmons is open. Up, Meeks, long run, got there. Meeks, great start to the year, averaging over 20 per game through weeks 1 and 2. Nice fake, Johnson, yes, but wave it off. As carring's called here in the Ghost Ballers.
Wow, that was an unexpected call. But I thought that was a good play. But, you know, the officials, they got a chance to see it. That's why I'm sitting on the side.
Ayers spins, steps on Ayers.
Well, that was interesting because I thought he would have put the ball down, maybe used a pump fake, but the fact that he kind of spun around, he switched his pivot foot, and therefore he got called for travel. He's still talking about it.
I think he's doing exactly what you just mentioned he should have done.
He didn't realize he's been subbed out. Ball Hogs have 4 players on the floor.
Jalen Johnson into the game with Barbosa and Meeks. And D-block, Darnell Jackson in for the Ghost Ballers. Here's Simmons. Mike Taylor off the screen. Floater, won't go. Meeks, Taylor. Caught straight up, but give it to the Ball Hogs out of bounds.
Well, that was a great hustle by both players. Meeks, you already know you got to match the energy of Taylor. Taylor's going to pursue it. Meeks is pushing both guys after that ball. And then Meeks really trying to throw it off Taylor.
Meeks, right spot for 3. No, but he's fouled by Garcia. Meeks gets 1 shot for 3. If his feet indeed were behind the line.
And that was a smart play by Meeks. Garcia had his arms outstretched, able to get the foul called right there. He still tried to shoot it. But good call by the official.
Here's Meeks for 3.
Now Meeks got to shoot a 3 because he was fouled behind the 3-point line. Also something that separates the big 3 from most other leagues.
Starting backcourt for the Ball Hogs with Jalen Johnson out there now as well.
Oh.
Meeks slipped. Look out. Johnson is bumped and fouled by D-block.
It looks like Meeks took a little, got maybe into a wet spot and slipped there. But they were lucky for Garcia to come up with that ball and get to the basket and get fouled.
Jalen Johnson played at Louisville in college. Big 3 rookie. At least you can appreciate this. At Louisville, he wore number 10, which was Kobe Bryant's Olympic number, to honor the guy I looked up to growing up.
Oh, okay. Okay, Johnson.
Good choice. Jackson will shoot a free throw for 2. Johnson with personal.
That was a nice move by Darnell Jackson because Johnson actually had great position. If he wouldn't have reached, he wouldn't have gotten to the free throw line and bailed him out. But Darnell Jackson doing a nice job putting the pressure on the defense.
Meeks fake the 3. DeJuan Summers launches and hits.
DeJuan Summers just subbed in, was like, let me have the ball, please.
Isn't that spacing? We saw last year at Tri-State. Summers made 15 threes. Garcia twirls. Johnson with the rebound. Quick release. Simmons in the circle for 4. Oh, look at that battle for the rebound. Johnson, Jackson, tumbles. That was impressive there by D-Block.
That was an interesting possession because those guys were all tangled up underneath. I'm not sure how the official even knew who to call the foul on. I think at some point they need to just make it a double foul because you're really not sure who. All that grabbing and holding underneath. The game just got physical when the big fellas get out there.
Meeks went forward. Johnson with the stuff.
And here's where Ghost Ballers may have an advantage because they have so many players that are big that they can continue to sub in and rotate on the smaller ball hog.
Backdoor, Summers to the basket, and a perfect pass by Johnson.
Excellent, excellent play for Summers to cut backdoor, and Johnson recognized a nice bounce pass there.
Simmons with the answer. So 21-11 the score. Ball Hogs with the lead.
Yes, and Jonathan Simmons is really doing a good job. I think all season he's been able to get to the basket with ease. They're a nice defensive stop.
Jackson off the leg. Johnson is going to stay with the Ghost Ballers.
Here's Johnson, sees Summers cut to the back door. Nice layup and movement. And it's tough sometimes when the big guys are in. They don't think to have that type of movement where there's the on-ball screen or cutting back door. But you can see it's definitely an advantage no matter what size you are.
Nice finish by Simmons, but something I'm sure that's big for you, Lisa, as a coach in this league with the triplets. The more you practice, get the timing down, you're going to see more plays like that, backdoor cut and the finish.
Well, it also comes down to stamina and just being in shape, being able to be out here and play at this level and at this speed as you see Barbosa cutting to the basket. As soon as fatigue sets in, it becomes a lot tougher.
Jackson, yes, on the feet from Garcia behind the back.
Garcia doing a nice job. Hustle plays, getting after it, but also being physical. And as you can see, Ghost Ballers doing a nice job competing every single possession.
Barbosa for Summers. Nails it.
Summers for 3. Summertime.
He's made 2 of the 3.
DeJuan Summers knocking down another three-point shot. And as you pointed out, shot the 3 ball so well last year that you have to know, you have to take away that shot for him and force him to put the ball on the floor.
Barbosa tapped it. Summers with the steal. Next basket for the Ball Hogs. We'll get to the break. Barbosa jabs and hits. That time, Brooklyn Ball Hogs with the lead against the Ghost Ballers.
Well, I think Rick Barry said it best. They are doing an excellent job of executing their game plan, which is to shoot the ball faster, to make these hustle plays, getting out to it. But Barbosa with the nice jab, defense bites, and he said, good night, halftime. Halftime, 27-15.
Rick Barry squad A great start to round out the day. More to come after this. You're watching the Big Three from the Big Apple.
It's halftime already? Wow, this game's going so fast. Oh my gosh, it's almost bedtime.
All right, here we go. Watch this, y'all. Come on, coach. Let's go. Show 'em what you got. Big Three Dunkers. Come on, y'all. They got more for you.
Well, the Bullhawks fans, the Pigpen will love this. First half, they lead by 12 against the Ghost Ballers here to round up the day in Brooklyn. And going back with Lisa Leslie, I think Rick Barrett can be proud of that first half. Really great balance from his club.
It was excellent play, and we heard him say that he wanted his team to move quickly, to shoot fast, and to live with that. And they're doing an excellent job. Obviously, Barbosa leading the way with his ability to get to the basket, but also you had Summers come in, knock down 2 threes big. He is a shooter. I like the ball movement overall. They're sharing the ball. They don't care who scores as long as they get the job done, and that is a team that's dangerous.
7 assists, 10 made baskets, but it all begins with the captain, the Brazilian blur, Leandro Barbosa.
When you look at Barbosa here, again, getting to the basket, we've seen this many years now, and he's still able to do it with the quickness, the smart move to step back inbounds, and then here he is. Again, through the legs, cross. You see the pick and roll, drop to Ayers on the inside. Excellent ball movement. Again, getting to the basket with his quickness, puts so much pressure on the defense there with the jab step. The 3-ball, still a part of his repertoire. He did an amazing job leading his team to this first half lead.
Here are the numbers. Wow, 63%. A Big Three first half. How rebounded the Ghost Ballers. And again, passing on point for the Bullhawks.
Well, when you're shooting 63% from the field goal, it's going to be tough for any team to beat you. And here, this is where you want to see a team like this rise to the top when you're facing the undefeated team, the last team that's undefeated. It's going to take their best, and they gave it their best in the first half. The question is, can they maintain it and come through with a second half victory?
Speaking of hot flyers, wow.
Wow. That's amazing. The halftime show, the excitement, the rappers that have been out. We saw Ja Rule out here. Like, it has been such entertainment when you come and watch the Big Three. And if anybody out there, as you look at the schedule, you guys can see if we're coming to your town, you don't want to miss it. And if we're not, make sure you find us and tune in, because this has just been great basketball, great entertainment.
Memphis next week. Miami, always fun.
Always a party. Let's go.
Boston, Charlotte, Detroit.
Yes.
And then it's out of the playoffs, DC and London to wrap it up and hand out a title in the Big Three.
Absolutely. I hope there's a huge turnout in Memphis. We're coming to see you guys next week. Come out. It's going to be a hot ticket to get, so make sure you guys go online and get your tickets now.
Meeks with Ayers and Barbosa. Barbosa the cut. Runners good.
Again, it's been the movement, the ball movement for the guards, not just standing around, but those basket cuts really putting a lot of pressure on the Ghost Ballers.
Simmons with Johnson and Taylor. Mike Taylor quiet in that first half. Wheels in motion to the rim. Finishes with the left.
And you bring up a good point, Ed. Mike Taylor very quiet in the first half, so you got to know that he's going to try and come out and put the Ghost Ballers on his back.
Back cut beats. Nice find by Ayers.
Ball Hogs getting it done. They said they are tired of being undefeated. You know, they're 1-1 this season. Last season, they took a while for them to get their first win. So they are coming out, and they are not going to be one of these teams who wants to go home early at all.
Ayers doesn't like it. Johnson will get a shot for two. But to your point, last year Barbosa with the injury. Hey, Rick Barry is going to bring the fire between the bigs.
Oh man, this is my favorite part of the Big Three is bring the fire in. Now we can see it with the bigs. Now don't forget, Chris Johnson is like a guard. He has great ball handling skills, but to go against Jeff Ayers, who's such a big guy who will use his body and be physical, can Chris Johnson get to the basket? Be careful because he does has a three, which he can also shoot. Now the officials are saying there's a problem with that, but once you hand the ball over, I think that should count. He has to protect the ball.
Here we go. Johnson on a step back. Got it.
I called it, Ed. I tell you, you have to watch out for Chris because he's like a guard. His jump shot is the best shot that he has. Barbosa not happy that Ayers gave up that jump shot. As he gets on Jeff Ayers, you got to come with it every single possession.
Meeks to the spot for three. Nails it for the Bulldogs. So the Ghost Ballers need to go back to what worked in week one, which was a massive comeback against Threes Company. Had a 19-2 run as Ayers with the finish for the Ball Hogs. They need that and some now here in Brooklyn.
Well, when you look at the Ghost Ballers, they're going to have to do a better job of moving without the ball. Get some easy shots, getting to the basket. They're not settling for jumpers, which I like. But they tried to get Chris Johnson on that lob there, which would have been one of those types of plays that I'm talking about, going to the basket. Ayers just a little bit too much body on him. Here the lob going, Johnson backdoor. Ayers read the play. You know, that's a foul that they'll live with. Ball's out on the side.
Jackson in for the Ghost Ballers, so they go big now against a small group with Barbosa and Meeks. Taylor strokes the three.
Nice shot from Mike Taylor, and they're going to need a lot more of that. I'm not sure why the Ball Hogs left them open, but as you can see, Barbosa coming off, trying to get that shot back.
Taylor dancing with it, threes in and out. Meeks clears it. Barbosa the cut, gets inside, finishes.
And you can see Ball Hogs just doing a nice job of scoring the ball as quickly as possible. They're not waiting for the shot clock. You can almost never see the shot clock get to 10 because here's Barbosa cutting to the basket. Again, count it. Victory is here in the house, 38-22.
Energy and big all summer long.
I like it because they're exciting.
Thank you, Monster Energy, for supporting the Big Three. Big Energy. And right now, the Big Three ladies, they got you covered with some free Big Three teams.
shooting 71%.
71%.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
12 assists, 2 turnovers.
All right, we're getting ready for some final Big 3 Fireball here in Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York.
In Brooklyn, Bull Hogs by 16 against the Ghost Ballers. Well, Saturday, the Big 3 makes its way down to Memphis as the Summer Fire continues with more outstanding matchups. We'll see you in Tennessee for another week of the Big 3, Saturday at 3 Eastern on CBS. Well, Lisa, Ghost Ballers again are 2-0, but the last 3 times also win their first 2 games, but couldn't get to a 3-0 record. It is tough to be this good early in the year.
Well, Ed, here's the deal. The target gets on your back, and what happens? Everybody raises their level to play against you, and you get their best. Right now, Ball Hogs shooting 71% from the field. If that's not the best you can do, that is excellent shooting. And guess what? Meeks on time, they continue their hot hand. The Ball Hogs are on fire.
41-22. First to 50 wins. Bull Hogs right now in a runaway. Taylor, open look. Can't answer. Ayers been big in this one tonight.
Ball Hogs also have 12 assists, so doing a great job of sharing the ball and putting the ball in the basket. And that says a lot. They only have 2 turnovers. Ed, talking about playing perfect basketball, I don't know if they can play any better than this.
Taylor strokes the 3. But Lisa, you've got Meeks, you've got Barbosa. When Ayers is scoring, what does that mean in terms of the dangerous factor with the Ball Hogs?
Well, absolutely, because you expect Ayers, can be questionable. That's actually the guy you'd want to try and beat you. But when he's knocking down shots also, it's going to be a tough outing for any team out here. And right now, the Ghost Ballers really shaking their heads, not understanding what's happening. But they can get back into this because no lead is safe in the Big 3 with that 3-point shot out there as well as the 4-point shot. And the officials letting calls go like that.
Lane walk, Taylor 3. Won't go, gets the rebound, finishes, and the foul.
And this is the part where I say, it's 41-27, and it looks like, the game's almost over. Ball Hogs are about to cross the finish line, but no team will give up. Ghost Ballers will fight back. That's why they are 2-0. So look for them, folks, to continue to hustle, make hustle plays, and try and make shots, and they'll be led by this guy right here, Mike Taylor.
And in double figures. Well, 41-28, a quick 6-0 run.
It's a quick 6-0 run, and you always want to stop the bleeding right here. Ball Hogs need to really execute a play and make that basket and stop them from believing.
A big swat by Johnson, but Meeks hits another one. The Meeks corner 3, nearly automatic.
That was a beautiful play, and again, it was that offensive rebound that really hurt the Ghost Ballers. You have to make sure that you're one and done when it comes to playing defense and getting that stop. At that time, Ball Hogs were able to come up with it.
High-low, Johnson collects and scores on the dunk.
I believe the Ball Hogs need more of that. Chris Johnson's got to get inside and dominate on the inside. Try and get some easy buckets, quick buckets of 2, and possibly get fouled to get to the free throw line. The execution by the Ball Hogs has really been exceptional today.
Taylor will get a free throw. Johnson had stolen from Ayers. Ball Hogs go back a couple of years ago. Were close to getting in the playoffs. Barbosa's first year, but came up short. First 4 years was a real struggle winning games, but now they've got a shot at being 2-1, healthy, and in a really good position early in this new season.
Absolutely, and they also have some ballers. These guys are tired of losing. You look at Jody Meeks has been out there, but Bosa's been out there. Having losing seasons is no fun, and I can tell you, I can confirm that from last season. It was no fun going home early, so it's going to be important. There's a lot on the line, and these guys understand it, especially the teams who have not had as much success in the past.
They get a 4 double figures when it's all said and done. Up with Meeks at the line for a 2-point shot. Will George Gervin bring the fire? Yes, sir.
Well, he wants to bring the fire because you have Mike Taylor, who's one of the best defenders at the guard position out there, against Jody Meeks, who moves so fast, but he didn't believe that he fouled him. So here we are. I love this matchup and this opportunity. Will Meeks settle for the jumper?
No, but
He takes
Taylor
it to the basket.
a little short.
A little short, but Mike Taylor's like, he's ready for it, and that's what you want to see. That's what this league is about right there. When you don't like the call, it's about the matchups. You get that opportunity, and now Mike Taylor able to get the ball offensively. Let's see if they can score it.
Johnson, yes! All right, lead down to 9.
And that's the tournament event that you want to see. That's the beauty of it. That's why the game is never over. You get a few turnovers, a few steals.
D block.
And Darnell Jackson doing a great job of trying to get that ball before it rolled right out of bounds.
Shot clock at 5. He has as much fun as any player in the Big Three.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. If you can keep a cool head, sometimes there's a lot of tension out here because these guys really want to win, and they also have so much love for each other, but you know, there's no love lost. It's very tough to really maintain your mental aspect out here and not get too high and also don't get too low when you're down because it's never over.
Johnson to the rim, missed the rim. Jackson with the cleanup. All of a sudden, it's down to 7.
It's down to 7. You're playing against the undefeated Ghost Ballers, and they will never give up on any possession. So it's going to be important for the Ball Hogs. They're going to have to go get it.
Johnson denied the foul hard by Jackson, but Ghost Ballers in the midst of a 7-0 burst.
Well, Ghost Ballers doing a nice job, and that was a good foul by Jackson. He had to take it. Meeks rolling to the basket. He saw his center coming down the middle. That's Jackson with a strong, hard foul, and you got to try to make him beat you at the free throw line.
Should say a 9-0 run and a missed free throw. Out of bounds.
Chris Johnson steps out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Ball Hogs. And let's see if they can execute.
DeJuan Summers out of Georgetown played back with Jeff Green, now champion in the NBA with the Nuggets. Johnson nails it. A Ball Hogs 3, and it's point game.
Well, that was a really good shot by Johnson. It's one of those shots where you're like, no, but he made it, and so everybody's happy. But I would have loved to see him take that ball to the basket.
Taylor jukes, fakes, nothing doing. Johnson, that's good.
That's a nice pass. Taylor got stopped defensively, did a nice job dropping that off to Chris Johnson for the finish.
Meeks, this for the win. No, but a free throw for 3 and a chance to win it for the Ball Hogs.
This is a chance for him to win it, but remember that it's a 3-point shot. Also, it's going to be important for the rebound. Ghost Ballers got to hope that he misses it and come up with the rebound, because that's where a lot of teams get caught off guard. It's on this shot because it can be a really long rebound if he misses it.
Make this, it's over for 3. Got it!
Get
Jody Meeks and the Ball Hogs are 2-1 with the win in New York City.
Well, this was an excellent game. The Ball Hogs at one point were shooting 71% from the field. Leandro Barbosa led the way with his quickness and speed getting to the basket in the first half, and Jody Meeks really cleaned it up in the second half.
Lisa, it was everybody but led by the Brazilian Blur.
Absolutely, and we talked about him, whether it's his backdoor cuts, his ability to get to the basket. You saw the fake, the defense bit, and then he hit, cutting to the basket, streaming. Whether it was the left side, the right side, moving so well without the ball. He put so much pressure on the defense, and the Ball Hogs walk away with the win.
Well, if you think it's wide open, You're right, Lisa. Count them. 1, 2, 7 teams are 2-1, including your triplets.
Well, when I look at this, I see us in first place right now because that's what it's all about. But every single team is fighting to get to London, and you can see it. You guys make sure you don't miss out on the big three. We're coming to your town next, Memphis. We'll be there.
Final score, Game 6. Hogs by 11, 50-39. For Lisa Leslie, our entire hardworking crew, I'm Ed Cohen. See you next week in Memphis, Tennessee.